Good morning, everybody. It's an early morning. It's probably around 7 a.m. my time. And I'm trying to think. Usually when I wake up around this time, I had to wake up at 6:30. So I was up at like actually 6:16 today. First time I got up was around 4:09. And when that happens, I am groggy when I make these videos. But not today. And it's been consecutively not being like that each day. Now, I don't know if it's this new diet regimen I'm on or what it is, but something I think is actually working. I want to believe that because I haven't been this energized each of these days in a row. So, the two objectives I have for today is to go meet this inspector, get somewhere on getting this roof replaced because I got to get it done. I've got other financial objectives I'm trying to knock out. And then the other thing is actually just freaking doing my passion. I got to do it more than what I'm doing. I can't just come in here and do it like half-ass. And I'm a pleasure delayer. That's the one thing I do not like about this handicap I have. I love pleasure delaying. And it's because I understood the philosophy early on in life. Like if I always completed the objective I was after, the thrill is gone. And I think that's what holds me back from even starting the journey. Because I know that when I start and I'm in, I'm going, I'm trying to achieve something. So there's this drive for the completion. There is the rush to the completion. And in between those two spaces, it's a driving component. Meaning that I like the goal and I want it so bad that I rush through the rush part, which is also very, very enjoyable. And so it's a catch-22 that I lose both because I complete the thing I'm going after, or I get right up into that point, and I mean it gets there pretty fast, and then I stop because I know that once I'm done with it, it's over again. And somebody says, "Well, you can just play the level over again," and that's the aspect of me that I don't care about in this experience. Is that I don't like to repeat things too many daggum times. Repetition drives me nuts. Instant gratification, done, moving on, want something new, shiny, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of me. I've been kind of just, going through everything really fast. But anyways, I'm again this morning consuming some fruit, tangerine. This is a delicious one so far. Not quite sure what these multi areas are. I don't think it's mold. Makes me wonder. Because I just don't want to put that in my body. But I eat the fruit in the morning. And yesterday I actually ate fruit for my lunch, which was great. And I eat till I'm relatively full. I don't just keep eating full, trying to feel like this, like I need to eat my calorie worth. I don't think that way. I just eat till I'm full. And I get to a certain point, and then I'm good. And I start having this weird kind of different type of energy connecting in me. I say connecting. So, like it's sugar energy, but at the same time, it feels like I'm a little bit more alive. That's the only way I can explain it. What's the other thing? I then wait probably around 3 or 4 o'clock. And I have like what I call the biggest meal that I can think of. Like in my house, I'll find some stuff. I'll put together like this little weird regimen and I'll eat it. And that's kind of like my first big meal. And then like I try to get even a much bigger meal 2 hours and a half or 3 hours later, and that'll finish it up around 7 o'clock, 7 ish, and I don't eat again. Like that's it. I'm done for the rest of the evening, and I feel great. I'm feeling good on this situation so far, and that's not normal for me. Like I can't go long periods with the same types of diets. So this is about the longest I've had recently where I'm actually content. Let me get the rest of this little thing off. It's definitely harder in that area. I don't know. Maybe I'm onto something that's beneficial for my body. I have no idea. I'm just glad I'm incorporating more fruits every day. God, nut. As far as my stomach problems, they're still there. See, so I still have stomach issues. They're not as bad at sometimes. Come and go. Maybe the supplements I'm taking. I also limited my supplement consumption yesterday. I only had this one vitamin and nothing else. The one vitamin had so many things in it. I was like, maybe this is giving an interference with other stuff that I'm taking. Like it had thiamine in it. Maybe not the best thiamine, but I was like, screw it, I got it. And then I had like other B vitamins. I had other components to it. I was like, I'm just gonna leave this be and just do this. And I think I'm trying to remember what all the thing I took with it. It wasn't even that important. I didn't even take Mucuna prurings yesterday. And I had a pretty solid, energetic day. Like my mentality was perfect. It was on. I enjoyed it. And I'm here again today feeling pretty much the same way. Oh, I had green tea. I had green tea too yesterday. Just trying to suck up some antioxidants. Here's the thing about antioxidants. You have to have a certain level. Everything has its balance in this place. Like now, what I've learned, at least I'm adapting it right now as I'm speaking about it. Everything has its tolerance and its balance. Like the fact that I'm doing so much consistency and making these videos may be a bad thing. I have no idea. But everything has its tolerance and its balance, meaning that you can't go one side or the other completely, or you just lose track of something. So, give you an example, the body, most people think they need to take all these antioxidants for the body to function better. So they reduce their level of oxidation so low that actually they need more oxidants to balance off the antioxidants. And I'm sure there's a problem. Like you could research that and find that out. Like I'll look it up later. But yeah. So far, yeah. I just got to go and check out this inspector, and then the rest of it is executing an idea or getting through the steps and levels. And I don't know if it's a thinking thing that I go through, an emotional thinking thing. It's like the same problems that most people go through, analysis paralysis, whatever it is. I cannot stand it. I don't care for it. And it's like if I'm working to achieve and get through that would be important, be very valuable to me. It may be that I have to do some meditation to get there. We'll see. Meditation can allow me to calm the waters and do what I need to do. That would be great. That would be so good. I really don't have anything else to report. I'm just happy and thankful that I had a pretty deep dreams last night, but it got to a real rough bad parts. Like I was fighting these dogs. They wouldn't let me get on with what I was trying to do. It was like, why would I say that? I ended up going through, driving through this area. It went from great to bad. It was just like, it was really not, like I was in the high life. I was being praised for who I was, and I had all this egotistical moments, and it was super vibing great. and people were seeking my attention. Then this one guy asked me for information about my career, start talking about it a little bit, and I ended up deviating, and next thing you know, I was in this state like afterwards, and I'm with my first ex. I can't stand so many dreams are with my first ex. They're annoying as shit. It's like, I don't want you in my vibes situation. It's like, I don't know, why are we energetically aligned? And like, I asked her if she has these dreams or anything weird like this, and she doesn't dream. It's like, of course not. We're diametrically opposite. You know, I spiritually get depth and all this, and she just like, I don't know what that is, but I am spiritual. Okay. So in the dream, you know, I get back. I have my daughter with me, by the way, in the dream, which is pretty neat. And so I end up going around here and seeing this other girl that's supposedly working in the house, but has a boyfriend, and he's the one that's kind of like my client. I'm talking with her, and then we start getting like romantically connected right there. But I'm like, all right, she wants me to fix the stove. I try to fix the stove, can't fix the stove. It's going bad for her. She's telling me about her problems. I'm like, oh God, that's terrible. I hate to hear that. I get in the car. I'm like starting to hear all these problems. Problems are getting worse, worse, worse. End up getting on a highway. I drive on the highway. There's like somebody got hit with a vehicle and it just obliterated all over the highway. Like there's chunks of meat and skin that I'm driving over to get around. It just happened before I got there, but I mean, they did have paramedics. But there was people, I had my windows down so I could hear the paramedics talking with the loved ones, reassuring them and saying, this was a very bad wreck. This is very bad. We understand. Please just give it time, you know. And it's like you could hear them consoling or with the people that lost, you know, the loved ones. So I'm navigating around that, trying to get around through all of this packing of wet, bloody pavement. I mean, it was bloody pavement, you know, consistently. And then I got out of there, kind of went around it. And as soon as I was getting out, I had this dog on me. It was getting dark in the sky. Finally get the dog shaking off of me. I don't know why that was dragging me down, but it's a dream. So I keep driving, and then I get to this point where I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not driving at all. I'm walking now. Didn't have a vehicle. I'm stuck in some neighborhood. Don't know where I'm at. Have my phone. Like, this is me. I can remember this dream. And so I'm trying to, like, stick my... I'm trying to find a... I'm trying to go through my GPS. I'm like, damn it. So GPS won't pull up the location. I simply just do a OK Google kind of thing. Let's see if it did jump on. And I'm like, where's my location? And so it finds my location, pulls up the picture and everything in the neighborhood. I'm like, okay, great. And so now I start trying to navigate out of there. I find a buddy that's with me, and me and him are like trying to navigate both of us out of this area. It gets worse and worse and worse. We don't have any food. We're hungry. We're just at this point trying to find a shelter. We find a shelter, like this person's house, knock on it, open it up. This guy's welcoming us in, and we're like, all right, cool. We go inside. It's like this huge, like, druggy spot where people are just doing crack cocaine, and I'm talking, like, they're smoking it up. And they're like, yeah, bro, if you could just not pay attention to that, you got a place to stay, man. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like telling him, looking at him like, hell no, we ain't gonna stay here, but we can drop some stuff off and then go somewhere else. So we started leaving things, and we found out like the things we were taking off were the stuff we needed. Like we took off our shorts and like my shirt, and I was like, oh, I need to get this off. I said, wait a minute, if we're going to find another place to hopefully stay and get help, we need to look as presentable as possible. We can't show up half naked. So we started putting our clothes back on. And when we come back, he had a trumpet that was with him. The trumpet's been taken. This guy's pretending like he didn't have it. And he was like, oh, yeah, we're just going to play around with your trumpet. Ha, ha, ha. And from that moment on, I really don't remember the rest of the dream. I just kind of woke up. And that was the depth of my dream. But I'm pretty happy that I'm feeling this way and I've got a little energy. And I want to keep this momentum going. So we're going to see what the day brings. I got to get my kid up here in a little bit so I can get her to school. And that's it. We're just rocking and rolling from there on out. But you guys have a wonderful Monday. Be productive, get things done. If you got any questions, comments, whatever topics you want me to talk about, just please bounce them into the comments line. I like to increase the engagement. Something that this other YouTube viewer was talking about, increasing your channel size or whatever. I kind of echo them. It's not always about the subscriber list. I don't really care about that, but I do care about the viewers. And so it'd be really great to figure out what's the driving momentum that allows me to start having some engagement, because at this point I just have a couple people watching. And if you guys don't find me entertaining, that's fine too. You know, that's probably the indication. But I will continue to make the videos. I will continue to be who I am. I won't hide that from anybody. Sometimes it's extreme, sometimes it's not. But guys, thank you, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.